Fox News hosts and executives knew that they were full of crap. Now, especially when it comes to election fraud in the 2020 election. This is according to internal messages and emails in a brief presented by Dominion Voting Systems. Now, they are suing Fox News for defamation for obvious reasons. So now the brief involved a lot of text messages and emails from various Fox News personalities, executives, and even, of course, Rupert Murdoch. One email from Murdoch to CEO Susan Scott said this about Trump, quote, "Trump will concede eventually, and we should concentrate on Georgia, helping any way we can. We don't want to antagonize Trump further, but Giuliani taken with a large grain of salt. Everything is at stake here." Okay. So now, in reference to Giuliani's insane press conference with Sidney Powell, who had been spreading these election lies on behalf of Trump, Powell he had texted Suzanne Scott, quote, "Terrible stuff, damaging everybody, I fear." Okay, so that's Murdoch. And of course, Murdoch also in that admitting that, yes, Fox News, we're biased towards Republicans. In fact, our job is to help Republicans 100%. Okay, well, so much for fair and balanced, right? That said, there's more. In a group chat involving Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, and Laura Ingraham, they had talked about with each other how they knew Powell and Giuliani were insane and full of crap. Tucker Carlson texted the group, quote, "Sidney Powell is lying, by the way. I caught her. It's insane." No, really? Well, please do continue.
Really?
Okay. Laura Ingraham replied to this, quote, "Sidney is a complete nut. No one will work with her. Ditto with Rudy."
In Venezuela.
I have not loved this conversation.
Okay. So now, Carlson responded by saying, quote, "Our viewers are good people, and they believe it." Referring, of course, to the nutty election lies that these people were spreading. Now, that said, after this conversation the next night, Carlson did call out Sidney Powell for not sending him any evidence to support her claims. That said, he had also, remember, hedged it by saying that it was reasonable to believe that there was fraud in the election. No, it's actually not, because, again, we've done all these studies, all these investigations, all these recounts, everything, 60 court cases, of which they had the chance to prove their case that there was, fraud in the election. And what did they find? Absolutely nothing. Nada. Not a goddamn thing. Sad day, right? Now, there's more. Fox executives went after some of their hosts. I love these. These are my favorite. First, we'll start with Fox executive Gary Schreier, who said this about Fox host Maria Bartiromo. He said, quote, "The problem is she has GOP conspiracy theorists in her ear, and they use her for their message sometimes." Oh, sometimes. Oh, well, let me give you one example of those times. You're going to love this one. Maria Bartiromo, when she was hosting Sidney Powell, Sidney Powell claimed that her source of information was a woman who claimed to have been, get this, a time traveler. A time traveler. Oh, yeah, no, I got this information from the future. That, the election was stolen. And so I came back to the past to warn you. What? Wait, what? Okay. So, it gets even better. Here's a quote. Powell's source explained that she gets her information from experiencing something like time travel in a semi-conscious state. Oh, yeah, of course. Allowing her to see what others don't see and hear what others don't hear. And she received messages from the wind.
Wind.
I'm getting messages from the wind. And it's telling me, oh, I hear it right now. Oh, the wind is telling me that Joe Biden did not win the 2020 election. That's what it's telling me. That's what it's telling me. You sure? Are you sure about that? Wind? You know, look, hey, may not be wind, but definitely hot air. Okay? Jesus Christ. Totally insane. These people. Now, Bartiromo read the email at the time. Here's her response to that, by the way. As you just heard my response, like, oh, these people are nuts. These people are crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, there might be something wrong with your brain if you believe this. Her response was, she had to share this very important information with Eric Trump. Oh, Eric's going to love this. See, my source that heard it from the wind. I need to share this with Eric immediately. Yeah. So now, getting back to the executives. Okay, so that's their response to Maria Bartiromo. Like, sometimes these conspiracy theorists get in her ear, and they tell her all sorts of insane things, and like an idiot, she believes it. Oh, weird. All right, so now Lou Dobbs, when it comes to him, Fox executives were far more brutal. In fact, this is my favorite statement. Fox President Jay Wallace, he called Lou Dobbs. He said that the North Koreans do a more nuanced show than Lou Dobbs. The frickin' North Koreans. Oh, yeah, no, they do more nuanced than Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs, straight up, 100% propagandist. Holy crap. And they kept him for so long, by the way. So long. Now, Jay Wallace also said this. When Bret Baier suggested that Fox News buy out Parler, a social media site filled with Nazis, quote, "We can barely contain Dobbs. Imagine all the crazy we'd be responsible for." They know they're insane. They know it. Now, Fox executive Porter Berry chimes in and says, yeah, but he's not crazy like Dobbs. Jeff Field, who's a Fox News producer, came in and said, Dobbs turned a blind eye because he was so committed to Donald Trump, and the fact that he was ultra MAGA would be guiding editorial. Tucker Carlson weighed in and said Lou was reckless. Jerry Andrews, said Janine, as in Janine Pirro, is just as nuts. Justin Wells, who was an executive producer for Tucker Carlson, added, she is crazy. Wow. These are their own executives and hosts, man. Brutal. Absolutely. I love it, though. 100% love it. Fox News internally melting down because they know they're putting out nothing but BS propaganda, and a lot of it is insanity, just complete and utter insanity. Now, there's more. Not even Sean Hannity was safe, by the way. I mean, Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. But before I get to that, I just want to note that Lou Dobbs was eventually fired. So they ended up taking action on him because, again, of how extremely pro-MAGA he was. All right. So let's get to what Brian Farley said about Tucker Carlson. Quote, crazy Tucker and crazier Hannity. Oh, interesting. And then Fox Corporation Senior Vice President Raj Shah talked about Hannity, saying, quote, he's a little out there. Sean Hannity, a little out there. Just a little, though. Oh, okay. Oh, great. Look, they know their hosts are insane. What does that tell you about the viewers? Again, because they put these people on in primetime. Tucker Carlson, primetime. They know Tucker Carlson's crazy. They know Maria Bartiromo is crazy. Taking, again, listening to sources who have other sources that think that the wind told them.
Wind.
The wind. Insane. These are the people that, by the way, largest, most viewed news channel on U.S. television. If you're wondering why our country is such a goddamn mess, look at the media diet that we have in this country. Wow. And that's why there are millions, tens of millions of people out there who have no grasp on reality. And of course, the fact that everyone at Fox News knows it, even the hosts know it. And by the way, Tucker Carlson also referred to Trump after January 6th as demonic. They know that they're misleading people. They know they're lying. They know they're straight up putting out propaganda for their viewers. And they do it for money. They do it to push Republican candidates that are going to give them tax cuts and deregulation. It is all about corporate greed. Their greed, and they are lying to you in order to keep you hooked, invested, and watching. And so that you get no factual information, just what they want you to hear.